Be sure to check out my book, Humble Homes, Simple Shacks, on Amazon.com, a tiny house, tree house, and cabin idea book. A shout to the Jamaica Cottage Shop in South Londonderry, Vermont. They've been doing their thing for over 15 years. This is their writer's haven. Coming up, have a tour of this house from the Tumbleweed Tiny House Company. And here's an A-frame cabin that transforms. You can build for $1,200. If you want a plan set for that, relaxshacks.com.
Hey, this is Joe from longstoryshorthouse.com, and I'm doing a little video for Dee at relaxshacks.com about my sighting. It's kind of cool. It's one of the first things I chose to do on my house, and it's the #1 thing that, hey, quit digging. That's my dog, Tater. He's digging. Alright, so it's the #1 thing people ask me about on my house. It's basically what you do is you burn the siding before you put it up. It does a couple of things. It seals the wood, a little bit. It by closing up those pores. It also gives it a cool look that weathers really well. It's not going to be something like paint that peels off or something that fades. And it has a nice dramatic look to your house. There's different ways to do it. And there's different, even within the burning. You can burn it lighter, you can burn it darker. I have a couple of pieces here that you can see. This piece is a little lighter, as this one is a little darker. But the basic steps is that you take your siding. Most people use cedar, but I've also done some redwood, and it's fine. And you burn it with a torch. You want to use what you call a weed burner. I got mine for 15 bucks at Harbor Freight, so and it works great. Hook it up to a propane tank, and it's like a flamethrower, and you burn your pieces of wood. It's very time consuming, but I think it's worth it, especially on a tiny house. You don't have to do that much. And then you'll burn it, and then you choose to either brush off the soot, or you could leave it on, and then you're going to want to oil it. And the oil is something that you can also choose to have the oil darken the wood. In these two pieces, this piece has not been oiled, and this piece has been oiled, so it usually takes the wood just a little bit darker and a richer color. And then you put it up. It's going to be something that lasts a really long time. It's been used. It's a Japanese technique, and it's been used since maybe the beginning of time. I don't know. They would do it. I've seen people do it over campfires. But we're gonna pop over, find a good spot to show you guys a demo video, and then give you some last minute tips. Right, thanks. Hey guys, this is Bree. She'll be our demoer here. She's gonna get that started. I want to point out a couple of things. Here, I'll actually point. We have our fire extinguisher at the ready. She's using the Harbor Freight weed burner there. It has a little handle that when you squeeze it, it shoots the fire out. And then this is our brush that we use. It's a push broom with plastic bristle brushes. And then here's our piece of wood. This is a nice blonde cedar, and we'll show you exactly how we do it. So we'll stop at the different stages and show you the different looks that you can get from it. Okay, so this is to show you kind of like, this is like a medium burn. Now we're gonna, on the other end, show you kind of a light toasting, like a golden brown marshmallow. So as you see here also, the knots are gonna be more resistant to the charring. So you need to give them a little extra juice. All right, so let's, down here, let's take this real easy and get it like a toasted brown look. so you can see here you can go just like a very light toasting, which would basically give you a blonde look to your house. Only it would, you'd be more dramatic with your grain. Or I've seen some that have a little bit of spottiness to them. I've seen this on fences a lot, where you'll have some dark spots and some light spots. And if you do that uniformly across your whole house, it should look good. This is some watermarks on here that I should. So that's not part of the wood or burning or anything. Okay, so now we're gonna take this nice golden brown, and we're gonna take it to the point that I did on my house, so you can see exactly what I did, and then we'll brush it off. All right. So the basic level that you want this kind of charred to is what we call alligator skin, or a lot of people call alligator skin. It's where the wood has crackled up and is puckered a little bit, and it kind of gives it that reptilian look. Now you could stick with this and not brush it off, but this will eventually, I mean, it's flaky, so it will eventually probably come off. That's why I like to go ahead and brush it off, because if it's going to come off, I want it to come off before I put the stain on. So now we'll see Bree show those muscles and brush. Whoop. Usually, I put my foot on this side. And as she brushes it off, you see it goes from kind of a shiny black to now that dark brown look. All right, so that's it. You can do this at home. Get a couple of friends. The hardest part's brushing it off. And I do want to give a shout out to the tiny house people who kind of inspired me to do the Shou Sugi Ban. Jay over at Boneyard Studios and the crew at Yestermorrow, who both built houses that use Shou Sugi Ban before I did, and I'd like to see more of it. I think that this is one way to do it, but Shou Sugi Ban is really versatile. You can use it on your main siding, or I think you could also use it on your trim. If you want to do regular siding. You could also use it on the interior of your house for an accent piece, or anything. So, if you guys have any questions, leave them in the comments. I'll be checking them, or scoot on over to my blog. I have more videos and more pictures of the process and everything. So yeah, thanks to Deke, and hopefully you guys will be seeing some more videos as the house comes together. Thanks.